Good day, watch buddies. This video is all about the BALL Hydrocarbon Racer Chronograph Chronometer. This is some kind of watch. So let's go. Wow, that is the watch there. We've got the official chronometer certificate there and the BALL warranty and the tags as the BALL one, and then you have also, because it's a chronometer, this BALL watch company chronometer certified tag. I haven't seen this watch reviewed anywhere online yet, so as far as I know, this is the first review of this watch. It has a 42mm case. It feels and looks a lot bigger due to the large protruding pushers, plus the ubiquitous and unique BALL crown guard system there. We'll show that a bit later. And being an automatic chronograph, it has a substantial 15.2mm case height. So this all makes it a very heavy and unapologetically bold watch. The movement inside this is the automatic caliber BALL RR1401-C. It is a certified chronometer. It has 100-meter water resistance and a domed anti-reflective sapphire crystal. And then of course you've got the Tritium tube indices there. I mean, this is a very impressive watch and it's not cheap. The official retail price is around $3,500 to $4,000, but you can get this cheaper at the moment. There's some huge discounts online and you can get it much cheaper than that, hopefully. There are various other styles. It doesn't just come in this blue dial with the steel bezel. You can also see you've got the silver dial with a black bezel, the black dial with the silver bezel, then the one we're looking at here, and you've got the silver dial with the silver bezel, and the black dial with the black bezel, and the blue dial with the black bezel, and that black bezel is ceramic. So let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. I'll take it off this pillow. Now, as you can see, it's generally a very highly polished watch. The case is highly polished on the sides, but very nicely done there. The bezel is not polished, it is brushed steel all around. The bracelet is a combination of brushed and polished on the center links there. While we're looking at the bracelet, I'll show you the beautiful clasp mechanism here. It's a push button deployment with a very nice milled brushed steel inner section there. You close it with a reassuringly firm click and it has that really attractive railroad logo there. It also has a handy extension on either side there. So there's a lot of adjustments to be had on that bracelet, and you just close it like that. So well made, feels like it will never break. Extremely solid piece of work, that. Superb craftsmanship. And then let's have a look at the case back here. We've got this train, which is the Empire State Express, which apparently is the first man-made vehicle to go over 100 miles an hour. Nice bit of history there. I love the way BALL do their case backs. They're always have something of interest that usually is related to the railroad industry or divers or mountaineers or explorers. And there are so many different unique designs that they do. So it's, you know, always a bit of fun to look at that, and very nicely engraved and embossed, usually on all their case backs. Close that bracelet again. It really is one of those pieces of over-engineering that is so welcome to see on a watch like this. As you can see, the dial is a gorgeous blue iridescent sunburst dial. Try and catch that there. For a chronograph, this is quite easy to read. You've just got the two sub-dials, and the big hands on the main dial don't get confused with that too much. So all in all, it's a pretty easy dial to read. It does have this unique date magnifier, which is actually built into the dial rather than being a cyclops on top of the crystal, which is cool. I like that. But here's the first and pretty much only negative part of this watch is generally I don't mind a date window being at the 12 o'clock position, but when it's a chronograph and you've got the second hand residing in that 12 o'clock position, it does obscure the date somewhat. So really not the best place to put it. Would have been better at 6 o'clock. Not quite sure why they've done that. You would have thought someone would have questioned that at the design stage. So let's have a look at the dial in a bit more detail. You see the chronometer stamp in red there, automatic, Swiss made. Very crisply printed BALL logo there, official standard. And then you've got the Tritium tubes on all the indices and on the hands as well. Now let's look at the BALL patented crown protection system, which is pretty obvious to look at, but it's not as bulky and obtrusive as it looks. When you wear it on the wrist, it actually doesn't get in the way at all. So you just push this button here and slide that across. Then you've got a standard screw down crown underneath that. And that's a nice pull mechanism, and you just change the time as usual and the date at the first position. Then just screw back in, and to close this just comes back and you just slide until it clicks shut. Very neat and extremely secure. You won't be hitting that crown by accident, that's for sure. Now the chronometer function is fairly straightforward. These are screw down guards on the pushers here, so you unscrew the first one and the reset one there, and then a beautiful sweeping second hand there to time it. And then in the position here you have the indicator on the minutes. As that goes round, it slowly sweeps through the minute dial. And then just press this to stop and reset. Done. And you just screw these back down again. So that's the chronometer function. Works perfectly well and very, very accurate. Another example of the extreme engineering on this watch, you can see on the sides the end links are accessible with a screw on each side there. You don't see that on many watches. The links on the bracelet are also screw pins, and these are so cooperative. It's really simple to remove, not stubborn at all, and go back in securely with no fuss whatsoever. So let me tell you, this is a watch that has a lot of presence. It screams luxury, it screams expensive, and it screams, look at me. It feels hefty, it feels expensive, it feels luxurious. It's not subtle in any way, but if you like that kind of thing, then this watch is for you. Let's just have another look in more detail at that beautiful dial and the slightly domed sapphire crystal there. See the second hand on the small subdial there running through. But look at the hands on there, they're so shiny, very reflective. It is gorgeous every way you look at it. Okay, I'll just show you quickly what it looks like on the wrist. There it is on the wrist. Yeah, it is chunky, but thanks to the really curved lugs at the end there, it sits pretty well on the wrist. Doesn't feel too big at all. It does have a lot of weight to it though. Right, I'll quickly show off the stunning Tritium loom in the dark now. So there you have it. That's the BALL Hydrocarbon Racer Chronograph Chronometer. A lot of words, but it's a lot of watch. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Goodbye.